What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Radgraham channel. I am Graham, back with another video. And today's video is going to be a little bit longer, but as you probably see from the title, I have 67 Nintendo games to go over that I bought from the same guy that I got the 25 Sega Genesis games from. So I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible. I did spend $700 on these, and quite frankly, I think I messed up on my calculations, so
Snap out of it.
I'm not going to make but maybe $200 in profit if I wind up selling all these. But hey, the good thing is that I'm taking them from somebody's shelf that wasn't using them, taking a few for my collection, and then I'm going to wind up putting these out on eBay. My eBay store link will be in the description below. For those of you out there that want to buy these to put in your collection, either to play or display. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so popping these up in quick succession. So I have the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Wheel of Fortune with Vanna White, and I'll have comps across the screen. I have the Zelda Adventures of Link, and then, sorry about the ring light, guys, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, the gold copies. I've got, let me just take a stack of these at a time, try to prepare them to make it quick and easy for y'all. Top Gun, I had this in my collection before and sold it. Probably will sell it again just because it's, not necessarily my type of game. Freedom Force, I'm up in the air whether I want to sell this or not. It is a Zapper game, and I've never played it before, but I just really like the label. It's got that cool 80s vibe to it. So I'm going to play it first and then make my mind up. From the TV show I used to watch as a kid, Airwolf, I think it was Jan Michael Vincent was the actor who played that. So I played this game before. I'll probably play it, may keep it, and then sell it later on. Wrecking Crew, of course, Super Mario 2, To the Earth, never played that one. And then, so if you recall the last video, I had the Ninja Turtles 2 arcade game, and then I had the Manhattan Project. That's the guy who I got them from, so technically it was, what are we at, 69 games, and then, might as well just throw this in there, 69 games, and then a Nintendo Game Genie. Recall from the last video, he had a Game Genie for the Sega as well. So with that said, he did have Turtles 1. I already have this copy, and so that's going to be sold. Keeping this one, had it before, sold it, and regretted it, so I got this back in the collection Friday the 13th. Excitebike, I don't know if it's Excitebike, Excitebike, let me know in the comments. I had this game before, I sold it. I just prefer the arcade version better than on the Nintendo. Heavy shredding, snowboarding game. I have to read this. I'll just call it Base Wars, Cyber something, but I don't have my glasses on so I can't see it. But Base Wars. From the game show Win, Lose, or Draw. Monopoly, Blades of Steel, Bump and Jump. Grab another stack here. This would be one I'm going to be keeping for the collection. Total Recall, Star Voyager, Rampage. Once again, prefer the arcade version. Still up in the air if I want to sell this or not. Reason being, guys, as I mentioned, I spent $700. I don't know where my calculations were wrong, but when I added it up at the end, the margins are slim. And so there's a few games that I wanted to keep that I don't know if I'm going to keep now just because I want to recoup some of my money. So next one is Batman. I already have a copy of this, so I'll be selling that. Gunsmoke surprisingly goes for more than I thought. Another Zapper gun game. I'm going to probably play it and then list it. POW, Heavy Barrel, and got, and I have 1 and 2 in my collection, but these are in better condition. Double Dragon 2, my Double Dragon 2 label is just complete ass. It's horrible, so I'm going to wind up keeping this one and selling the other one. And the one that I don't have that I'm keeping is Double Dragon 3, and somewhere in this stack is Double Dragon 1 as well. Then we have one that is worth a lot of money, RoboCop 3. I have RoboCop 1. He has RoboCop 1 as well. Wanted to keep this, but then again, when I saw how thin my margins were, I'm going to end up selling this one. We have Mission Impossible. I'm going to keep this one, Back to the Future. Too bad it's not Back to the Future 2 and 3. It's worth a little bit more money. The Hunt for Red October. Alpha Mission. Roller Games. And then one that's probably worth maybe close, if not number 1, maybe number 2 in the lot of what it sells for, is Journey to Silius. Oh, and then also too, all of these came with the sleeves. I took them all out to make it quicker, but they all have the sleeves that go with it, so that's awesome. I'm actually got several of my own games that I don't have these sleeves anymore, and I'm gonna use what I have in here to cover my own, and then sell these carts off without the sleeves if I don't have any more. Then we have Pool. Get out of that ring light there. Jackal. Iron Sword 2. Sky Shark. Legendary Wings. The Addams Family. I haven't played this, but I love this version of the movie, so again, not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it, but I'm at least going to play it first. Then we have Guerrilla War. Yeah, we're almost there, guys. I know that we all have the attention span of goldfish now, so I'm sure for some of y'all this is really hard to get through. But bear with me, we're almost to the end. Then we have Iron Tank. Of course, Mario and Duck Hunt. You could not buy an NES collection without having that game in there, right? And here's a RoboCop I was talking about. We have one that's worth about 20 bucks here, I believe. Superman. I mean, just look how great the label is. A lot of these, the labels are just straight up perfection, including this one here, The Legend of Cage. Again, the label is just beautiful. Back of the cart. I mean, they're just, a lot of them are in just amazing condition. And again, I'd say 98% of these that you're seeing are going to be on my eBay store for sale. We have Shadowgate. Super Glove Ball. A little surprised on this one that it's not really worth much, considering that for the Power Glove, they only made a few games that really worked, that were made for it, this being one of them. I guess the Power Gloves are very rare, but the game isn't. And then a game I'm keeping, and I don't know if it's quite this one, but it's one very similar that I remember playing in the arcade that I absolutely loved. Being from Corpus Christi, growing up in Port Aransas, I was always on the beach, and so I love playing games like this. So Kings of the Beach Volleyball. And then here's the first one, the Double Dragon. Again, I already have a copy of this one, and mine is actually in better condition, so I'm keeping that one. Another game that I think is probably it's either number 1 or number 2, and the one that fetches the most money, and that's the Great Waldo Search. Another copy of Super Mario 3. I have 3 listed on eBay right now. This is another really good label one. The Rocketeer. Donkey Kong Classics. One that I'm going to be keeping is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I didn't even know this game existed, and I saw somebody, I think, still collecting or something. I'll get the name right, put it across the bottom on Instagram. and he was playing this game, and I saw his post and didn't even know it existed, and then I ended up getting it in a lot. As you know, you see that I have a huge John Wick collection. I'm a huge Keanu Reeves fan, and so plus, I mean, this movie's from my generation, so definitely keeping that one. Rambo, I have a copy of this. I can't get it to work, but since I've developed some other skills on how to clean some of these games, I'm going to try to clean mine first. If I can't get it to work, then I'm going to wind up keeping this one. If not, it's going to go up for sale. And just a few more left, down to the last stack. Chippendale. Man, wouldn't that be awesome if it was number 2? That's the rare one and the one that was worth a lot of money. I actually thought that since this guy has like 1, 2, and 3 of a lot of different games, that somewhere in this box he would have Chippendale 2, but he didn't. So that's the first one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Then another one that's actually worth some decent money is Willow. And again, look how clean that label is, how shiny, smooth it is. Really good. Then Rocky and Bullwinkle. Super Jeopardy. The Blue Marlin. It's a fun game. Werewolf, The Last Warrior. I had this before and sold it, and I'm going to sell it again. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce that, so those of you that know, there you go. And then, let's do this one here. Mickey Mousecapade. And then last but not least is this game called Hoops. Again, it was really hard to find a comp on this on eBay. I mean, it's weird. You would think, I think there's only 1 or 2 listed, and 1 sold lately, and it seemed like it's very rare because it's not up there, but based on the comps I found, it's still only worth like $6 or $7. So anyway, again, I'm going to put the totals up here. I've already spent $700, and then I'm taking the kind of the medium amount, not too high, not too low, on what I'm going to sell the games for and what I think I can get for them, and that total will be right there. Again, I'm not taking into account the games that I'm going to keep. That were, if this the numbers are, if I was to sell all of these, that would be what I would wind up getting. Then also too, if I wanted to, I can end up lotting all these sleeves up in multiple bundles and make actually pretty good money that way. Because I don't think selling a game without the sleeve devalues it in any way. But I do know that this might be a way for me to make some of my money back. So with that said, if you've been here, you're still with me here on the video, I appreciate it. I would say if you could please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if this is the type of content you like. It's not always going to be about games. As a matter of fact, my next video is going to be about some free VHS that I got, and I tell you what, it's like the magic chest that I opened up that just, it's a gift that keeps on giving. So stay tuned for that video. So again, I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.